Okay, so I did decide to continue vlogging for a little bit tonight because I know that, I know, a group hug, we've all missed each other, right? But anyway, to follow up on my one post, I feel kind of short, to follow up on my one post, I feel like I look funny all of a sudden. I really want to work on building some mass in my shoulders. Because I definitely feel like my shoulders are good, but I want to build more. Because I feel like, you know, they're great. My arms are great, you know, when I flex and stuff, but I want them more. I want that delt defined more. I really want to get some mass there. They don't have to be as defined as figure competitors, but I want a little bit more. It's one of the things I'm working on. In addition to ab work. Okay, so let me talk about part one. When I did a post, let's see, so it should be down below. I did that post and I put my Fishing for Compliments photo shoot from last time, and I really am. I'm kind of forcing myself to schedule this photo shoot out 6 weeks because, you know, I don't want to do something crazy like 2 weeks or whatever. I want to give myself a good amount of time where I can say, look, 6 weeks from now, I have to get photos done. I got to get photos done for the book, for the new website, blah, blah, blah. Plus, I have all these people on Twitter that when they see me in person and realize I've cut my hair and it's darker again, they're like, you need to change that Twitter profile. But I don't like the casual pictures that are taken of me. You know, I'm vain. I want the good pictures taken. So my photographer is wonderful, and we have picked some really great poses, some great shots. But one of the things I want to do, you guys, when I had those last, and those of you that are on Facebook, you've seen some of the other pictures, they turned out great, but I was so much heavier than I am even right now. So, you know, I've lost that first chunk of weight. I still have, in my opinion, and I don't weigh myself, so I'm estimating, I think I have at least another 10 pounds that I want to lose, possibly 15 to get optimally in shape. I think if I lost 15, I might be close to, so it might be in between. Who cares? I don't care what I weigh. I'm just getting to the, I want to get to the point where when I stand in my bikini, you know, I can't pinch back fat, or I can't, you know, point to this area on my hips and go, want a little less over there, you know? Who knows? I don't care if it's 5 pounds or if it's 40 pounds that I have to lose. Whatever it is, I still have weight to lose. I'm probably at least one size bigger than I think I'll end up being. I think I'm right about an 8 right now in everything, and I really want to get back to a 6. I'm not trying to be crazy. Would I love to be a 4? Yes, but if it's not the way my body is, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not anymore trying to compete with, you know, Us magazine that says that all of these celebrities are size 0. Are you kidding? I'm never going to pick up a pair of shorts that is this big and fit into it, okay? Big deal, okay? I'm over that. So, which reminds me to tell you when I get into the, talking about how your body changes, when I get into the shoe section in a moment. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really taking the next 6 weeks. It's perfect timing because, like I said in the last vlog, we're at the halfway part of the year, right? It's July 1st. I mean, technically July 1st was yesterday. But it's time to be able to say, okay, we're at the second half of the year. Sorry about that. Second half of the year, you know, let's look back to the first half and see what we did. I know what I did. I'm giving myself like a B- for the first half of the year. A B- because I really started, I started off great the first 90 days, kicking butt consistently. I let my travel schedule, you know, get in the way. And I think a lot of what I learned was what I've been talking about the past couple of weeks, which is planning. For me and my crazy work schedule and my crazy life, I have to plan. I absolutely, without a doubt, I have got to get my workouts done in the morning. It doesn't necessarily for me have to be, it doesn't have to be 6 a.m. or a certain time in the morning. What I know is that once I leave the house or leave for appointments or whatever, I'm gone. And the odds of me, unless it's planned and scheduled, the odds of me getting my workout in the evening, for the way my life is right now, it's not gonna happen. You know, like today, I've been, you know, and today's just my first day of feeling better, so I was giving myself 50%, you know, try to work out if you feel better, whatever. I feel okay to work out. I have to be honest with you, it's so late in the evening and I'm tired that I'm 50-50 on working out right now. So I'm gonna have to decide. You know, part of me says that's really bad, Kelly, if you don't. The other part says, this is your last day of being sick, give yourself one last break. You just went out and bought all of this stuff for running, you're gonna kick butt, which I'm gonna show you guys that in a second. So we'll see. But so basically, some of the things that I really want to work on are, you know, again, I think an area that I'm really going to be defining my success in is really in my core. Because like I told you before, when my body went through all these, you know, the hormonal changes and the imbalance, I really gained all of my weight in my torso. It was just like, some people will gain it where they'll have a bunch of, you know, kind of like a tummy and it's all in rolls. it was like that paper towel thing. I just gained it like everywhere, but it was more so around my middle. So I have a very hourglass shape. It's very, you know, I've kind of embraced the whole Kim Kardashian part of my body. I've always wanted to have that more athletic boys-like body, and instead I got the curves. So I deal with it, but I still have a lot of the weight that I want to lose. I've gotten much smaller in my butt, much smaller in my legs and thighs so far, but a lot of the weight that I want to lose, it's my outer hips. Like, I look much better from the side. When I look at myself from the side, I look like I've lost so much more weight than when I look at myself from the front. When I look at myself from the front, I've lost it in my arms and I've lost it in the upper body, but you know, I could go on and on and on about where I need to lose weight, but all I'm saying is the reason I put that picture of J-Lo up is, you know, I want to get to the point where I'm totally comfortable. I could totally be in a bikini at the beach right now and be pretty cool with how I feel. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm perfect. This is the Mac Daddy right here. Because I would be worried. Like, if I had to do jumping jacks in my bikini, I would not be pleased. Because I'd be like, it's a lot of jiggle that I'm not quite wanting all of you all to see. You know what I'm saying? So I think one of the ways that I'm gonna mark my success is when I really feel good with the torso part, when I don't feel like there's any extra padding, okay? We're all different shapes and sizes, but I think we can all equally agree that a good way to measure is just, you know, the pinch test. It's like I told you guys before, you know, what's that old, I think it's like Weight Watchers, you know, can you pinch an inch? But really, I mean, at the end of the day, when a trainer is gonna, you know, measure your fat, that's what they do. They pinch how much fat you can pinch on your body. That's it. Sometimes you can look at somebody who's very skinny, and maybe it's a model who weighs only 120 pounds, but even if she's 5'7" and weighs 120 pounds, for her, you know, she might have a lot of fat because of the way that she carries muscle, you know. I'm not going to get into the scientific explanation because I'll sound even more silly than I do right now. But all that to say, I am working so hard on, in the second half of the year, planning out my workouts, making sure I get my workouts done in the morning, really focusing on core work. That doesn't mean you got to do core 5 times a week, but just making sure that I'm doing core work, functional training, kind of branching out what I'm doing. I really want to work on a core because I can't even talk. It's providing you with a strong foundation just for health's sake, you know, as you get older, having that strong core is good. And then hello, it looks good too, okay? So variety, planning, workouts in the morning, core work, and then I told you guys I want to take up running. Why do I want to take up running? Because I started to take up running right after my divorce, and I was doing it. I think the only thing that started to tear me up about running was when I would start to try to do it outside, I would cramp up. And so then I just kept telling myself, like, there were 2 things. The cramping up when I would run outside, and then, you guys know, with me and cardio, the cramping has always been an issue. I'm just challenged to not have cramps, but I'm gonna deal with it. But the other thing, and it's funny because 2 of you just made a comment about don't try to be so fast. I think what happened when I was running at the gym is I remember that I would be running, I don't even know, maybe it was 5 or 6 miles an hour, and for me I was like, this is a really nice pace, and I'd be going, and I kept looking at everybody else that was around me that obviously runs regularly, and they're like 8 or 9, and they're just running like that for an hour. And so I kept thinking, I'm not really running because I'm only going 6 miles an hour, but that was hard for me at that point. And I think maybe, you guys give me your feedback, but I think maybe like it's gonna take me a while to work up to getting to those higher numbers and feeling like that's good, a good speed for me, if you will. And if I'm at 6 and that's challenging my heart, and I'm building up strength, and I'm getting a good workout, and I'm, you know, able to track my calories on my polar heart rate monitor, then that's what's good for me. It's just like, how much weight can I lift? And it still is challenging. If I can only do a shoulder press with 20, 25 pound weights, and Krissa can do 30, 35 pound weights, what's good for her is good for her. That doesn't mean that I'm having a bad workout because I'm using 2025s. That's what's challenging my strength at that point. Does that make sense? I'm gonna have to go into vlog 3. I'm gonna do it.